Magkakaroon ng masamang epekto yung Dengvaxia.
But I am very, very, very sorry.
Time to know the news of the week. I'm Ria Fernandez, and this is the MB Rundown. The Consultative Committee has approved Tuesday the final draft of the Federal Charter. This will be submitted to President Duterte before he delivers his third State of the Nation address, or SONA. The proposed federal constitution eyes decentralization, but it promises to keep the nation indissoluble. This by giving the president the powers of all three branches of the government. Under it, there will be 18 federated regions, including the Bangsamoro, the Cordilleras, and the abolished Negros region. Each will have its own exclusive powers. The draft also prohibits political dynasties and party switching. Moreover, it provides no term extensions for the president and vice president during transition. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III expressed alarm after leptospirosis outbreak was declared in 18 barangays in Metro Manila Thursday. Duque urged the public to follow the RIDE to prevent leptospirosis infection. RIDE stands for Rodent Control, Improved Flood Control, Draining of Potentially Contaminated Waters, and Enforcement of Garbage Collection. It is also noteworthy to be familiar with the symptoms of leptospirosis, which include high fever, severe headaches, chills, yellowish skin, muscle, and abdominal pain. Should any of these starts to show, it is advised to seek immediate medical attention. The Manila government has passed an ordinance banning catcalling and other forms of sexual harassment. More in this report.
Manila has stepped up its effort to protect its people, especially the women and girls. This by passing an ordinance banning sexual harassment in the city. Under the proposed measure, actions such as catcalling, wolf whistling, leering, cursing, and even persistent request for name and contact details of a reluctant person and constant throwing of sexual jokes are prohibited. It also bans making offensive body gestures and exposing private parts in public. Offenders may end up in jail up to 6 months or pay fine up to 5,000 pesos or both, depending on the gravity of offense committed. Netizens have lauded Manila government's move, hoping that it will soon be adopted nationwide. However, some have stressed the need for its stricter implementation. Stiffer penalties are also sought to discourage people from committing sexual harassment. This is Janus Olivar for the MB Rundown.
Historic Manila Hotel has turned 106 years old. Here are some of the reasons why it will always be part of every Filipino's memory.
They say you have not seen the Philippines if you have not been to the Manila Hotel. True enough, for the 106-year-old hotel has been a home to many generations and a witness to several occasions that shaped Philippine history. In this same hall, the Grand Fiesta Pavilion, President Manuel Quezon hosted a formal dinner for the celebration of the Philippine Commonwealth in 1935. The Manila Hotel also once became the residence of American General Douglas MacArthur, famous for his "I shall return" remark sometime in the same year. Likewise, dignitaries from various countries, including Prince Charles and international stars like the Beatles and Michael Jackson, stayed in the hotel during their visit in the country. But even ordinary Filipinos had their fondest memories at the Grand Dame of Manila, from lunch meetings to weddings to birthdays to family gatherings and more. And now, Manila Hotel promises to cater to more people by introducing its newest subsidiary, the Manila Prince Hotel.
We have been able to maintain the Filipino brand of hospitality. The opening of this Manila Prince will be on September 10th.
This is Tom Galion for the MB Rundown.
Miss Universe Spain has crowned its first trans woman queen. Angela Ponce 25 bested 21 candidates to get the crown. She will represent her country in Miss Universe 2018, where among the competitors is Philippines' Catriona Gray. It was in 2012 when Miss Universe organization opened its doors to transgender contestants. Are you confident on the privacy of your messages on Gmail? Well, Google has recently admitted that other people sometimes read your emails. An online report of BBC says Gmail allows users to engage their accounts to external services. Developers of these third-party apps usually log into your accounts to read, send, delete, and manage your email. Google maintains this practice is not against its policies, adding that it only happens when the user gives apps the permission to access his or her inbox. Nevertheless, it says a Gmail user can revoke access to apps by going to Security Checkup page. Meanwhile, these are the other top news of the week.
LTFRB approved a 1 peso provisional jeepney fare hike. From 8 pesos, the minimum jeepney fare will now be 9 pesos. In 2017, 5 transport leaders asked LTFRB to raise the jeepney fare, citing higher fuel and spare parts prices. A brawl erupted between Gilas Pilipinas and Australia during a FIBA game in Philippine Arena on Monday. This eventually resulted to the ejectment of several players from both teams. FIBA is expected to impose disciplinary sanctions. 2 mayors were gunned down in a row. Known for his own war on drugs, Antonio Halili of Tanawan City was shot in broad daylight while attending their flag-raising ceremony last Monday. The following day, Mayor Ferdinand Bote of General Tino in Nueva Ecija was ambushed while on board his vehicle. Investigation is ongoing.
Let's take a quick recap of the MB Rundown for today, July 6. Final draft of federal charter eyes decentralization but promises to keep nation indissoluble. Health Secretary Duque declares leptospirosis outbreak in 18 barangays in Metro Manila. Manila passes ordinance penalizing catcalling and other forms of sexual harassment. Historic Manila Hotel celebrates 106th anniversary. Miss Universe Spain crowns its first trans woman queen. And Google admits app developers read Gmail messages. And that's the MB Rundown. I'm Ria Fernandez.